Well, hello everyone. Whoever comes in later or whoever is going to hop on with me in a bit or whatever. If you're chatting or just watching, it's completely up to you. And I hope you enjoy this chat from an Irish mammy. We're a different type of breed, an Irish mammy. We have heart for everybody, and some things just got to me this week. Um, Normally I'd have, oh Jesus, cameras everywhere. Normally I'd have something on the laptop or on the tablet and I'd show a video, but I just not in the humour of putting the video on today. Um, First I'll start off with how Pete's high cement shoes, how Pete's had to find out with the rest of us. Um, that he had to move out. My glasses are all crooked, so my head is crooked as well. Pete had to find out with the rest of us online that he was being kicked out of the villa. Um, Literally got the text, not even a phone call, not even a um, private, her go on his channel or into his messages and say, "Will you go off live for a few minutes? I want to ring you," which would be the best thing to do. No, he gets a text while he's on his live and she's on her live. Well, I don't think she was on her live, but she was just after doing her live and telling us that she was leaving the villa and that they'd have to get their own places to live. So I don't really go to Pete's at all. Um, but there was nothing else at that time on. I think it was like 9 o'clock or something here last night in Ireland. And so I just clicked on Pizzas on. I just said I'd put on and see what the hell was going on with BBJ. And he was saying that somebody must have been texting him saying, I asked for an impromptu 3-card reading, something he's played. I think I still have your email address, cement shoes. And yes, I will. I'm downstairs. I'm not in the beauty room where I do my cars. So when I go back upstairs, I'll do them. Yeah. So Pete picks up his phone, and thank you very much. No problem at all. Um, well, a 3-card reading is easy anyway. But if I get feelings before the end of the live, I probably will. I still won't say anything. I'll get you on email. So Pete gets a text message. Oh gosh, sorry, tickly throat now. That's how annoyed I am. Pete gets the message on his phone. Or it was on the live. I'm not sure. Um, Are you moving out of the villa? When do you know if you're moving out of the villa? And he said, well, I've no idea. I haven't a clue. Nobody told me anything. As far as I'm concerned, myself and Chantal are still going to keep them. My hair just be all over the place. Myself and Chantal are still going to be keeping on the villa. So seconds later, so she must have been watching him. Seconds later, he gets the text message saying that yeah, literally the two of them have to leave the villa and they're not staying there. So I think that was a nasty move. I don't think your beezers. Um, I'll see what I can do. Um, yeah, I'll see what I can do. If I'll get one of the boys to go up and get a deck of cards or something. Or um, there's a reason why I'm not going into the beauty room. My son's snake is in there, and I'm afraid of the snake's food, and that's why I'm not going in there. It scares the life out of me, and he didn't eat it. And if I have to walk past the snake's house to get to the laptop and where the cards are, and that's why I haven't been doing cards in the last couple of weeks and stuff. It's I'm afraid of Shin's food. That's literally it. I'm afraid of a dead mouse, because that's what Shin eats, is dead mice from the vet. Not from the vet, from the pet shop. I'm terrified of them. Anything with four legs and goes, no, not for me. Not for Samantha. No. And I'll deal with the snake, but I won't deal with the food. Anyway, I think it was a lousy move on Chantal. Well, this is a corn snake, and he's probably 5 or 6 now. And the last time we took him out, he was the length of my eldest son, who is 31, and he's well over 6 foot. So the snake was huge. So Santi brought him a new house for my son's room, and he'll be moving back into my son's room when the house is put together. So, but yeah, any other bigger snakes I'd be terrified. But Shin is really, he's long, but he's small. He's only like that weight. He's only like he's thinner than a snooker cue, like a pool cue, you know. But anyway, yeah, Pete's. Wrong move. Wouldn't have done that. Very disgusted. I see, I'm moving my head too much because of the camera. She should have told him privately. She should have told him before she told her beezers. Her beezers aren't as important as Pete's. And what really got to me was when the person had said to him about moving out, and he said, "No, I don't think we're moving out." He said, "I'd miss my friend." Well, I could have bawled buckets. I could have bawled buckets of tears. It was awful. So that's one thing that annoyed me. But then we'll go back to the stream before where Chantal was telling everybody else about the moving. And my heart was broke for her, because this was, "You're terrified of spiders." Yeah, my son's terrified of spiders too. I used to be terrified of spiders. I have to deal with them on my own now. So look, there's more problems with Pete's. Anyway, so I felt sorry for her. You see, this is the Irish mammy. It's so hard to pick sides. You can't pick sides. But she was there sitting after doing all that with um the Quran, and doing all that for Salah, and taking her oath to be a Muslim, and all of that for Salah. And it was her last night, what we all think is her last night in Kuwait, last night on her own, eating her dinner. Now that broke my heart as well. Like, could he not have had his dinner or his food with her, his last meal before she goes home? Broke my heart, because I could just imagine if my daughters were after giving up so much of themselves for their boyfriends to be left there that night before they go back home to their own country. thousands of miles away. So I did feel sorry for her. But then she did this to Pete. Not only that, uh, she he was asked what's going to happen with cats. All the talk was about Sam. Now, I've noticed since I've started watching Foodie, and this is about a year and a half, that she really doesn't talk to BBJ. Like, if she gets up in the back of the chair, that she'll pet her or whatever, but she's not really. It's always Chubby Use and Chubby McBoose and all this. Sam is her thing. But it was all about the fact that Pete hopefully would find somewhere with a big yard. Pete now, her cat, Pete would find somewhere to live, a fairly big yard where he could let Sam out the back to play. So what we're all thinking, is it actually going to be done? Is she actually going to get BBJ euthanized? That's bothering me because I get into really, really strange things to watch. And the last couple of weeks, I'm watching rescue dog centres where the dogs are hurt and mostly they're little puppies and they're starving and they're the whole lot. I'm sorry, I have no makeup on. I'm all black and blue under my eyes. Um, so on one hand, I'm watching these little cats, these dogs, little puppies, and there's big dogs too. Um, People are going in their country to rescue them, and they're nearly dead. The poor little babies. It's so sad. It breaks my heart. But then to watch how quickly, when they're showing actually some of them in the cars on the way to the vets when they've been rescued, start to perk up because there's the driver of the car and then there's the person to hold the dog or cat or well the dogs is really I'll explain why I'm getting confused with cats. Um, the, there's somebody to hold the dogs in their baskets, or if they're afraid, just to kind of open the door of their baskets and keep them company and make sure that they're okay and all right. And if BBJ had been given her proper checkups and maybe medication, she wouldn't have to be put down. Like, these dogs are coming back from life, like from near death, and that just hurt me. Like, why would she? Why would someone hurt their cat so as they can go for a man? I have that as well. I have it in my hips, in the back of my neck, and my ankles, my knees. Um, I don't know where you live. I hope it's somewhere warm and humid, and then hopefully it won't be too bad. But over here, with the damp weather and the snow and the cold, oh my god, I was in agony for the last couple of weeks. But I started back on my steroids. I try not to take my steroids because it brings up my blood sugar. That's another thing I want to talk about with Chantel is, oh, you're cold as well. Yeah, it brings out the arthritis. Terrible. Um, where was I? Yeah, so to hurt a cat when there should be no need to. but maybe she's better off. I don't know. And why I was getting confused is my son, my eldest son, he fosters kittens and cats from the cattery in town. They bring to get them better. They make them um have their operations to get all their things done to them, and then just to house them for a few weeks, they bring them to him to foster them until they get their forever home. So that's why I was getting confused with cats. And so he has his own cat, but he always has other cats as well because of the fostering of them. Um, I'm not going to say anything about the religion because that's really not any of my business, because that really is their decision. We'll stick to it. I hope so, because the ramifications for her if she doesn't stick to it um won't be nice. And then there was a girl on the other night. Now this is actually really sad because nobody knew her background. Um, she was called Little Mama, and she went on to stand up for Chantal the other night. Um, when Chantal was fighting with Yo Mama. So she went on and she was acting really weird and acting really odd, but everybody just thought it was her because nobody's seen her before and nobody heard of her before. And she was apparently one of Chantal's beezers for a long, long time. And it came out this morning that she had I don't know what you're allowed to say now anymore because the words are even getting worse now than what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say. Um, she harmed herself, and she went over Heaven's Bridge, we'll say. Um, I watched her. I didn't know what to make of her. I didn't make a reaction on her because I don't really know why, but I didn't. An awful lot of people did, and then all the hate she was getting from YouTube. Knew it'd happen. Knew it'd happen, and it's going to happen. And an awful lot more people keep doing stuff and talking about in areas that they shouldn't be talking about. But yeah, she was getting hate from people from YouTube, and she couldn't handle it because she had PTSD and anxiety and depression, and the poor girl, she was suffering badly. So I did see something come up there a few minutes ago on the phone that Foodie had put up a post about her. So hopefully it's a nice one because she really stood up for Chantal the other night, and everybody that did put up a video or a live about that girl, everybody they had actually a lot of them had taken down their videos before hearing about this morning, but everybody else has taken them down now. So from the community, so I hope she rests in peace and all of her hurt and demons have left her and she's in a better place. So R.I.P. Little Mama. Yeah, very sad cement shoes. Like, she was going hard the other night for Chantal. She was really standing up for her, but she seemed inebriated or something weird. I don't know. Um, so all of her troubles were gathering at the one time, I think. So Lord bless her, and I hope she's in a happier place. And um, yeah, me too. Me too. So that's all the Chantal stuff I have. Well, there's loads more, but that's just the things that were getting on my head, and just kind of um just annoying me. Other stuff is funny, so we'll come back with a different live for the funny stuff, because this isn't time and place to have a laugh and a joke now after the Irish mammy giving out. The only thing I can feel for you, cement shoes, is it's money. Um, Trying to get money together to get somewhere. Um, if you ask again, people will help. Um, oh God, I've an awful sadness in my tummy. Just ask again. Um, it's only money. And what's the worst thing people can do is just say no. You know. Um, I'll do the cards for you because there's something not right in my stomach. Um, it's like a butterfly feeling in my stomach, so I don't know if it's I'm not really getting the difference between whether it's anxiety and worry and annoyance, kind of butterflies in my stomach, or if you have actually a stomach issue. Um, like acid reflux or something like that. It's around there and just between my rib cage. Um, so I would say go to the doctor. If you're worrying about an illness, if because it's just something simple, I think, but there is something in my stomach, and I feel gassy, kind of. But I'll do a better reading for you when I get upstairs. Um, oh yeah, you can. Yeah, of course you can. You see, I'm actually windy, kind of. So, um, it it's stomachy. Okay. Um, There's somebody I started watching on YouTube. You're going to think I'm mental. But he's helped me a lot. He's It's actually someone as an actor, um, doing them. I don't know if I can get the link to link with the stuff, but he comes out with stuff, right? You would have severe anxiety over, and things that get into your head and get into your mind and just cause you issues and problems. And he puts it in a funny way, and all you can think after it is just you giggle at him, and he just puts things right. And if I don't know how, excuse me, I'd get my stomach checked as well if I was you, or your diaphragm, your windpipe, something like that. I think you've got ulcers. Um, I will try. I don't know how to link them on the phone. Um, his name is something Norman. Wait, now the tablet is in front of me. I'll get him for you. Um, and he just puts things simply, and you'll know it's an actor because he has a mask on. Oh, you can't see me. You'll know it's an actor because he has his mask on. Blind as a bat, so I have to get up and look for him. And he's little Norman. Something Norman. I think I'm not sure what his first name is. Rodney Norman. Right, okay, I'm going to turn the camera around, which I don't know how to do. No, that's turning my camera off. Post comment. Right, okay. Here he is. Right. This is him there. Right. How to be you, and his name is Rodney Norman. I don't know if you can see that or if it's. Oh, you can see it better there. But as you can see, his beard and his face is a mask. So it's obviously somebody famous that wants to be hidden for a while. But he does. He just brings things out so easily. Oh God, am I going out of me camera? How the hell do I get back into my thingies now? Sorry about that. I always get confused with the phone. I get confused with it all. I have to get somebody to teach me. Jen was trying to teach me a few weeks ago, and God love her. Technology is awful with me. He's funny. He's very funny. But he's off the cuff funny. Do you know? Like there was one there, and I was going to play it, but I got mixed up with the camera and how to get back into the studio. So I might play it for you. It's only 2 minutes 59 seconds. How will I do this? I don't want to turn the camera again. Would you be able to see it that way? I'd say so. Right, so oh sorry, you're probably dizzy down with me doing this. Right, so this is him. So crazy stuff's going on, and people getting down on themselves, and they don't have as much money, and they don't have, seem like things aren't going so good and stuff, and so I just want to let you know that you're nothing special. Yeah, we're all just sort of stammering around going, what the hell is all this about? And we want to, curse and throw things and get mad. They're confused and scared. And I just want you to know, you're not alone. We're all doing the same thing. So, you're not special. Oh, it's after going off on me. Sorry about that. Well, it was nearly over anyway. He was just glasses and everything are going on me. Yeah. So that's the sort of humor he has, and there's loads of these little short videos, and you get so caught up in yourself and so caught up in your head. He really does. He really does, and he cheers me up something shocking. Like that is probably my favorite one. That you get all angry and you get annoyed and you get anxious and everything, but you're nothing special. You're nobody special. We all have it. We all get it. We just have to get on with it, and that's life. And then he finishes it all with, "Well, I hope we have a freaking awesome day." And then he just disappears. He's brilliant. He's very funny. And then there was another one where he brought in. He was talking to a tree. He said, I want to tell you how to talk to friends, how to make new friends, but I've nobody else here, so I'm just going to say, this is Gordon, my friend, the tree." So he's just really off the cuff. He's so funny, and he just brings the thoughts that are in your head that override your head and your emotions and your feelings. He just brings them to reality. He just brings them to where they're meant to be. Because really, there's only a few things that you can fix. George Carlin. Oh, I don't think I heard of him. There's nothing you can do about your past. You don't know what's in your future, so the only thing you have to think about is the present. I'm a great one to be saying that because I get all wound up in myself. Oh, my neck cracked. But I watched some of his videos. I can't remember his first name again. Gordon Norman. Something Norman anyway. And if you go back, just rewind back a bit, sure you'll see the video again. But he does have really good ones. Just bringing things into reality, So serenity prayer as well. And I can never think of how it goes. But it's like, only worry about the things that you can change, not the things that you can't change. That's the gist of it, but I can't remember how it goes. Anxiety is so hard and so difficult though. Sometimes when my anxiety gets overboard, I write everything down that's annoying me, and I love lists. I love notebooks. I love writing lists. So I write down lists of what's annoying me, and I cross out the things that I can't change, things from my past and stuff like that I can't change. And I tick off the ones that I can try and change one at a time. And sometimes I'll write the list out, and maybe it might be months before I go back to it to try and sort out what I can change again and not. And sometimes it's just the stuff that's going on is just what's meant to be there at that moment. So I hope I helped you a bit. I will do a better card reading for you when I brave myself and go into the beauty room. Why didn't he eat his dinner? See, they hibernate for 1 month out of the year, and they don't eat their food. And Dean went, that's my youngest son, he went in and he shook the dinner and everything all around him, and he looked up at Dean and I must say, meh, get out of my face. And Dean went back into him a few hours later and left it beside his head, but he still hasn't touched it. And I know if I do this and walk past the cage, I won't see it. Now, having said that, I don't know where it is. It could be he could have wound himself around his dinner. He could have brought it and hid it in his house. It could be anywhere. My imagination is going, it's stuck to the to the glass partition like this. And I do not want to see that. I'd I'd run out of the house and I'd be hiding. Oh no, I couldn't. And a mouse, dead man, no dead mice for me. No live mice, no rodents of any type. No, I can't do it. But if I went like this and walked down to the desk where all the things are, I'd manage. But it's like, don't you know, like a horror story, and you're kind of looking at the film a bit like that, and you don't want to watch, and you close your fingers and you open your fingers a bit and you close them a bit, and it's horrible. And but you still manage to look, even though you didn't want to look. And that's the way I feel about going into the beauty room. Um, okay, I'm just going to go quiet for a few minutes, and I'll try and find out. I was just shown the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Hearts. So it's still got to do with money, and it's got to do with a loved one. But that's all the angels are showing me, are those two cards. And it's very odd for them to show me tarot cards. Usually they'll show me their own angel cards. So for them to pick a different card, different deck of cards altogether is very strange. But the Ace of Pentacles has got to do with money. But it's not It's not a transaction, because usually when it's a transaction of money, it'll be the 7 or 8 of Pentacles, where I will see the money swapping hands. But the Ace of Pentacles is just one big pentacle. And so it's money. And the Ace of Hearts is a loved one. It could also be a water sign. Water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. I'm not feeling anything that anything's going to happen. I'll do a reading for you, because that's all. And like when I closed my eyes that time, I called in my guardian angels, my mother, my father, and my spirit guide, and they gave me. Well, the only 2 cards they showed me were, and like I don't normally get cards from the angels unless they're angel cards. I don't get tarot cards from them, so that's odd. So that's specific, very specific, and very to the point, because tarot cards don't sugarcoat anything. Okay, think of it this way: if it has happened. Hi, Shmita. How are you, my chicken love? If it has happened, that was probably the nerves earlier on, because you are nervous about it, and that's probably what was in my stomach. But if it has happened, what's the worst that can happen? You have to think about it that way. If the damage has been done already, just think about it and what can be done about it. There's always ways to change things. Josh, will you turn on the light for me, please? Thank you. How are you feeling, Shmita? Yeah, no, my voice changed when the angels come in. I was fine up until then. They're still around, so it sounds like I'm hoarse. I think they make my voice sound different. Keep an eye on that chicken. Jesus, my glasses are crooked. I'm trying to look. There's these little bits. I'm at the wrong side. Oh, from the medication I was on. Oh, I am on. The methotrexate. It you lose your hair. And from all these medications, you lose your hair. But the little bits are trying to grow back because my body has become used to the methotrexate. But the little bits are trying to grow back, and I can't get them back into a ponytail, so they're sticking out like a fucking wasp. Actually, wasps don't really stick out. They stick out like a something. No, I don't, cement shoes. I really don't. So I don't think anything has really changed, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a new Rodney Norman as well, actually, after hopping up on the phone. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm seeing things that I'm not seeing. I don't think you've changed the situation in any, whether good or bad. I think it's just the same. Um, like I'm even asking, is it a partner or is it a family member? And they're not giving me anything. They're giving me zilch, nothing. They are about Shamida, but not you. Sorry. Um, um, and even nobody from your side is coming across with my family either. So that's strange as well. Um, Normally in my family, my mother was very outgoing, and she was not backward in becoming forward, as they say. She was very a very glamorous lady and very articulate, and she daddy was quiet. Like, actually, in the army, my father was called Mousy Dunn, because he was so quiet. So that to tell you how quiet he was. But my mother made up for it, so it didn't matter because, she'd get out and she'd do the dance, and then she'd do the whole lot. And she sold makeup, and she was something else. Um, Normally, someone from your side, my mother would drag them in as well. And I'm not even getting anybody from your side. Sorry. So it's just, there's nobody coming in for you. There's nobody coming in from your side of true spirit. So I don't think you haven't changed anything. Um, I really can't. They're not giving me anything. They're taking me voice off me, all right. They are coming into me, but they're not giving me anything. So I'll just have to try harder up in the beauty room.
No. Like I've asked, Mammy, have you anything for cement shoes? Oh, thank you. 5 actually fan 0 views. Well, there's a view now for you. um, uh, subscribe and you'll find out lots about me. I'm an Irish mammy with a big attitude. No, 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 it's not bad. No, I do readings and I'm trying to get um well, I'll say to you, just sit on it. Just sit on it. Try not to get anxious, any more anxious or worry about it, because as far as I can see and as far as they're telling me, and my voice is changing again, as far as they're telling me, there's you don't have to worry. Um, I hope you can hear me. Um, that you haven't changed anything, that you haven't lost or you haven't won just yet. Just sit on it and give it a while and think about it. But they're not giving me anything else. And I, oh, absolutely. I'm going to call you Fiben because I don't really. Don't worry about it, cement shoes. It happens the whole time. Sometimes I actually lose my voice altogether. And I have to start writing down things, but they're usually my handbag is choking me. Oh, but that's usually if it's a one-to-one reading. Except for one time when I went in to get Reiki done, and I was going and having these sessions with a girl I know. I just keep going for the wrong piece there. I was going into this girl that I know and getting Reiki on my shoulder, and um, I'd go I'd go out completely, and I'd know my voice was changing, and I knew it was the angels talking to her, but effective. I knew what they were saying to her, and even when I stood up one day to get off the bed, getting off the bed, and I seemed to stand up taller, and my voice was more direct and serious, like it was a pure archangel. And so it happens when I'm on one to one. It's just the spirit trying to get inside to talk or to give me pictures into my head, because I'm visual and audio. Um, I see pictures. Um, Sometimes I'll be showing clothes that the person will be wearing, and I can describe what they look like, and visual things. And then other times I'll be told stuff into my ear. I'll get feelings in my body. If it's about illness, all I have to do is picture the person, and I can do a body scan on them in my head, and there'll be pinpoints where there's issues in their body. Um, what else is there that I do? These are all on private sessions, and that's when usually they're strongest, is when they're changing my voice. So yeah, I do promise I will get back to you. I know I've your email. I didn't delete it. Um, but they're just saying the Ace of Pentacles, which has got to do with money, and the Ace of Hearts, which has got to do with a loved one. Um, I asked them, was there anything else to say? And they said, no, just wait. So that's all you can do at the moment is just wait. But I'll go up and find out if it's a business transaction. But they're telling me it's not a transaction as such, like a business or but there has been money involved. Um, was it money you could afford to lose? I don't know. Was it money that you really could do with now? I don't know. Um, the best thing about family and friends and borrowing and lending money is if it's more than you can afford to lose, don't give it. That's the best advice about money and friends and family that I can give. If it's more than you have in your pocket that you're willing to lose, don't give it, because or give as much as you can lose, because it's not about the getting back. But I will do better reading for you upstairs. Now tell them to go home so I'm supposed to get my voice back. All this is ice now. It's look, there's probably near a bit of water in the bottom of the cup for me. No, there was. I'm grand. Um, I don't mind talking to you. I told you that before. Um, yeah, I think that's just ulcers. Just go to the doctor because I think that's just ulcers. It's nothing. It's not going to be anything bad. And I appreciate you coming into my lives as well, and everybody that came into my life today. Shmeda and zero views. Um, Fibonacci fan, zero views. Did I get it right that time? I don't know. I hope so. I don't want to be rude. um, so I shall go off. I'm always just under an hour. I don't know how I manage it. And I will come back if there's any news on the other one. And I have all the other things to talk about as well anyway. But today was sad foodie beauty chat, so I didn't want to put the fun stuff into it. And again, RIP little mama. Um I you're in my prayers, and I'm sorry about what happened. All right, so new comments. Sorry now. So I am going to go now. I will come back maybe later or definitely tomorrow. Um, I'll have to sort out something with that snake's food so as I can get into the beauty room. Um, uh, okay, my face has changed. Okay, that changed into a round face. Um, that's weird. I had flushed cheeks as well, which I don't have any blusher. I don't have any makeup on. I have flushed cheeks, and I saw myself with a round face. Very odd. It's very seldom my face changes unless I'm scrying, and then my face will change. Um, so as Norman would say, have a freaking awesome nice day, and really cement shoes. Go and watch them. You'll enjoy them. I'd be like giggling at about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd be giggling listening to him. Um, he's just so funny, and he's right. Whatever he's talking about, he's so right. And um, whatever's bothering you, whatever's annoying you. And he's so funny. He acts funny. He looks funny. Um, but his answers are so on point. It's like he's your personal YouTube um psychologist. He's brilliant. Although we do have our own personal psychologist here as well, don't we now, Dr. B? Yes, of course we, and she's a real one. She's not that taking classes. Jesus. Oh, I wonder is it my head that's crooked. Actually, the more I'm trying to putting my head down, the more the glasses look. Oh, stop it! Look, they're as crooked as a ram's horn, or just takes them off. Um, yeah, do go and watch him. Put him. No, you didn't ruin me life, not at all. Not at all. You're welcome every time, and you know that. And you never ruin my lives. I'll talk to you soon. And I'll talk to you soon, Shmita, and Fibonacci fan zero views. Please like and subscribe and come back. You're welcome anytime. Um, I'd love to see you in the chat again. So it's 5 o'clock here in Ireland, so it's nearly coming up to the evening time. Well, it is evening time. You're all in good early times of the day, so enjoy your day, and I'll enjoy my night, and have a freaking awesome nice day. Bye, loves. Talk to you soon.